Why do we struggle to accept love? This question often lingers in our minds, haunting our relationships and distorting our perceptions of self-worth. Can you remember a time when someone's love felt overwhelming or unearned? Why is it that, even in the embrace of love, many of us feel utterly unworthy? You may not be alone in feeling this way. In fact, studies show that a staggering number of people grapple with feelings of unworthiness, often stemming from early life experiences and societal pressures. But what if I told you that the journey to embracing love begins from within? Just think about it. Accepting love can be as transformative as unearthing your true self. Imagine this. As a child, you were told you needed to achieve, to perform, to be something more than what you were. Perhaps you learned that love was conditional, that you had to earn it. This experience can create a barrier, a mental wall that makes receiving love feel like an undeserved privilege. Many of us walk this lonely path, thinking that love is something to be feared or avoided, rather than cherished. The truth is, we are all deserving of love, just as we are. Here lies the paradox. The more we struggle with our self-worth, the more we push love away. This creates a cycle. Feelings of unworthiness lead to avoidance, and avoidance further deepens the belief that we don't deserve love. It's a vicious cycle that can feel inescapable. But what if the very key to breaking this cycle lies in our capacity for inner awareness? Inner awareness is not just a buzzword, it's a powerful tool. It enables us to confront and challenge the negative beliefs we carry within us. When we become aware of our thoughts and feelings, we begin to understand the roots of our unworthiness. This self-reflection isn't always easy, but it is essential. It's about peeling back the layers and confronting the untruths we've come to accept as reality. Take a moment and ask yourself, what beliefs about love and worthiness are you holding on to? Are they rooted in experiences from your past, or are they imposed by societal norms? Recognizing these beliefs is the first step toward healing. It is bear witness to the narratives we create regarding our deservingness. Imagine standing in front of a mirror and seeing not just your reflection, but the stories you tell yourself. The stories of inadequacy, comparison, and fear that dictate your ability to receive love. You may realize that these stories are fabrications, a distortion of reality shaped by experiences long past. The crucial question remains, how do we begin rewiring our sense of self-value? One effective method is through self-compassion. By learning to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, we nurture our self-worth. Recognizing that mistakes and imperfections are part of our human experience allows us to shift our perception. Self-compassion invites a softer lens through which we can view ourselves, enabling healing and acceptance. Meditation can also enhance our inner awareness. It allows for stillness, a chance to observe our thoughts without judgment. Amidst this stillness, we can cultivate a sense of worthiness that is inherently ours, divorced from external validation. With practice, we begin to feel the warmth of love, often overlooked due to our self-doubt, wrapping around us like a comforting blanket. Another aspect to consider is the impact of our relationships. Who do we surround ourselves with? Are they individuals who uplift us, or those who reinforce our feelings of unworthiness? Our relationships can either drain our energy or replenish it. Identify the toxic influences that permeate your life and create boundaries while allowing space for nurturing connections. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who embody love and acceptance can create an environment where we see our value reflected back to us. Let us take a moment to acknowledge the common enemy we face: societal pressure. Our culture often sends mixed signals about love and worthiness. The relentless pursuit of perfectionism and achievement is a hurdle to self-acceptance. As we navigate this maze, recognizing these societal norms can empower us. It places the control back in our hands, allowing us to redefine what love, acceptance, and worthiness mean for ourselves. As we progress on this journey of self-discovery, practice gratitude. Start small, perhaps by jotting down 3 things you appreciate about yourself each day. This simple act can reshape how you perceive your value over time. It reinforces the understanding that your worth does not hinge on external opinions, but stems from your very existence. Now, weave these concepts into your daily reality. With committed practice, you can transform your relationship with love, from one of avoidance to one of openness. But remember, this doesn't happen overnight. It is a gradual process requiring patience and dedication to change. Consider this. At the end of our lives, we won't reflect on the accolades we received or the successes we achieved. Rather, we will cherish the love we shared and the connections we formed. So why not start this journey now? If stories like this resonate with you and you want to uncover more insights that can reshape your perspective on love and self-worth, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell. Let's explore this journey together. In the end, embracing love begins with accepting yourself first. The moment you recognize your inherent worthiness is the moment love will flow freely into your life. With inner awareness, you have the power to break free from the chains of unworthiness and rewrite your narrative. The love you seek is not just around you, it begins within. And as you sit with these reflections, let this truth settle gently into your heart. Accepting love is not a test you must pass. It's a permission you give yourself, a permission to soften, a permission to be seen, a permission to let the walls you built for survival slowly lower in the presence of safety. Too often we wait to feel ready, imagining some future version of ourselves, more successful, more healed, more perfect, finally worthy of affection. But love isn't waiting for a perfect version of you. It's reaching for who you are now, in this moment, flaws and all. Let that sink in. Every time you allow yourself to receive a compliment without deflecting, every time you let someone support you without guilt, every time you choose to believe that you matter, you are rewriting years of silent self-doubt. You are teaching your mind a new truth. I am not hard to love. I am learning to let it in. So take it slowly. Let love approach you like sunlight through an open window, warm, steady, asking nothing of you but presence. You don't have to force anything. Just breathe. Notice. And when that old voice whispers you're unworthy, remind yourself, healing is not about perfection. It's about allowing yourself to be human. Love becomes easier to accept the moment you stop running from yourself. What if I told you that love, as we typically conceive it, isn't just an emotional whirlwind, but a profound practice grounded in respect, clarity, and emotional balance? How often do we see love portrayed in films as an all-consuming fire, while in reality, the Stoics would ask us to consider it a gentle flame that requires care and understanding? Today, let's dive into the Stoic perspective on love, a viewpoint that not only challenges our traditional notions of romance, but also offers a practical framework for nourishing, meaningful connections. By the end of this exploration, you'll discover how embracing this ancient wisdom can lead to healthier relationships and a deeper appreciation of those we hold dear. Imagine a world where love isn't synonymous with obsession or dependency. Stoicism teaches us that love should be grounded in respect for the other person's autonomy. So, ask yourself, do you love someone for who they are or who you wish they could be? Many of us find ourselves captivated by the idea of love, yet we often overlook the fundamental importance of accepting our partners as they are. The Stoics remind us that true love begins with clarity, a clear understanding of ourselves and our desires, as well as compassion for the imperfections and idiosyncrasies of others. Consider the renowned Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who emphasized that we should focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, intentions, and actions. This perspective invites us to create emotional balance in our relationships. In a world filled with distractions, cultivating love as a practice becomes essential. Love, in this sense, is not an emotion to be felt sporadically. It becomes an intentional act of choosing to honor and respect another each and every day. As we reflect further, let's acknowledge a powerful enemy common to many: unrealistic expectations. Society often bombards us with ideals of romantic love that are unattainable, leading to disappointment and heartache. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to focus on the practical aspects of love: communication, understanding, and mutual respect. This shift in perspective liberates us from the tyranny of fantasy, allowing us to appreciate the beauty in the mundane moments shared with loved ones. Have you ever felt frustration when your partner didn't meet your expectations? This is where clarity and emotional balance come in. By expressing our needs and desires openly, we foster an environment of mutual understanding. The Stoics believed that clear communication is vital in all relationships. Have you tried to vocalize your feelings openly? If not, it might be time to practice this vital part of love. Now let's take a moment to discuss the emotional balance component. Love is an ebb and flow, something that must be actively maintained. It invites us to continually evaluate our feelings and reactions. Picture this. If a loved one doesn't respond to us in the way we hoped, do we react with anger or disappointment? Or do we pause to reflect on our expectations? This is what the Stoics refer to as emotional resilience. By recognizing our emotional responses as transient, we cultivate an inner strength that allows for patience and understanding in our relationships. What about those moments when love feels heavy? Stoicism teaches us the wisdom of acceptance. Accepting that love comes with challenges and heartaches is crucial. In fact, when we embrace the full spectrum of emotions, including loss and longing, we gain a richer perspective on love itself. Now imagine we could cultivate love with intention. What would that look like in your life? It begins with respect, consistently showing that we value our partner's individuality and choices. In practice, this could mean setting aside time for meaningful conversations or engaging in shared activities that nurture the relationship. It's about making love a daily ritual rather than an occasional feeling. Let's not forget the transformative power of gratitude. Every small act of appreciation can strengthen our emotional bonds. The Stoic Marcus Aurelius regularly practiced gratitude by reflecting on what he valued in his relationships. Why not incorporate this into your love life? Daily thankfulness can become a bridge connecting both partners, deepening their emotional intimacy. As we reach the heart of our discussion, consider the idea of love as an evolving journey. The Stoics understood that life is change, hence, our relationships will shift and grow through time. Embracing this fluidity can free us from the fear of change, allowing us to adapt and cultivate love even through life's ups and downs. So, as we draw nearer to the conclusion of this exploration, let's recognize the empowering truth that we all have the capacity to practice love mindfully. By grounding ourselves in respect, practicing clarity in communication, and striving for emotional balance, we can embrace a form of love that is deeply satisfying and resilient. Before we wrap up, I'd like to remind you that if stories like this resonate with you, and you yearn to uncover more transformative insights about love and life through the lens of Stoicism, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss the wealth of wisdom waiting for you. In reflecting upon the Stoic perspective on love, we realize that it's not a dramatic spectacle, but rather a series of intentional, thoughtful acts. A love rooted in respect and balance has the potential not only to enrich our relationships, but also to transform our understanding of what it means to love and be loved. As we leave this thoughtful journey behind, remember that love is a choice we make every single day. It's a practice, one that flourishes when nurtured with respect, clarity, and balance. Embrace this Stoic wisdom and watch your capacity to love transform into something truly extraordinary. Love, when viewed through the Stoic lens, becomes less about possession and more about presence. It invites us to show up fully, without clinging, without trying to mold the other into our ideal image. And that's where its true power lies. Because when you stop demanding perfection, you begin to appreciate authenticity. You start noticing the quiet gestures, the small acts of kindness, the subtle ways your partner chooses you every day. And here's the paradox. When you stop trying to control love, it deepens. When you stop fearing loss, gratitude takes its place. When you stop expecting constant intensity, you discover the warmth of constancy. Love becomes simpler, softer, more honest. The Stoics remind us that love is strongest when it is practiced, not chased, when it is grounded in shared values instead of fleeting emotion. And the moment you begin to love with intention rather than impulse, everything changes. If these words helped you feel closer to your own purpose, let the journey continue with steadiness and clarity. Subscribe to this channel and walk this path of intention and presence with us. One breath, one choice, one meaningful step at a time.